Ladies and gentlemen, people of Salt Lake City, Utah, thank you for coming to Slam Poetry 365. Slam Poetry 365. This is going to be our 15th gathering. And I want to thank you all for coming. So today we're going to have 4 artists performing. And the first artist is going to be Brandy. And our second artist is going to be Walsh, Mrs. Walsh. The third one is going to be just Frank. And the last one is going to be Abby.
Jana Lawrence.
So yeah, Brandy, whenever you're ready to come to the stage, she said, "Give me a second." The theme of tonight is called Cloud 9. It's called Cloud 9. That's the theme of the night. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please, let's give a round of applause for Brandy Mendez.
All right. I am going to read something that I wrote. It's not necessarily a poem, but thanks, Henry. I don't want to hold it.
I'll hold it. That's why I'll hold it.
Thanks. That's why I said thank you, Henry.
This guy,
All right. So this is called The Soul-Torn Woman. Dazed and oftentimes confused is what I find myself these days. Caught between the past and the future, seeking for truth within myself. Asking myself questions like, who am I? What is my purpose in life? Holding on to the idea that love is something chased but never captured. I want to love unconditionally, but I'm realizing that's easier said than done. Especially when I haven't learned how to love myself that way. Having everything in life and still feeling empty. I haven't learned the secret to life. So I followed the rules, reading self-help progression books and not being able to apply them practically in my own life. Is life supposed to feel so confusing? Is life supposed to feel so complicated? I look at myself in the mirror and wonder if I will find anyone who truly loves me. More importantly, will I truly love myself? I tell myself that no one is attracted to the light-skinned chick with an afro. People look at me as if I'm a revolutionist or something. But really, I chose to wear my hair natural because I no longer wanted to hide behind a mask. More importantly, I wanted to embrace my beauty and my uniqueness. But really, I still ask, who am I? And yet, when I look in the mirror, I want to look away. Sounds like a metaphor for life. Not wanting to look too closely at myself, scared of what I might find. Not scared of the imperfections or the flaws. Oh no, I noticed those long ago, picking myself apart piece by piece. What I fear to see looking back at me in the mirror is the strength and light that resides within me. I don't want to confront her because she scares me. I don't know if I'm ready for her to come out. I fear the day my liberation awakes because it calls for me to step to the plate, to let go of my insecurities. I accuse others of the same shit I do myself. I hide from myself for fear of my own truth. I know the strength that lies within me is capable of extraordinary things. So I seek guidance in my internal world. So that's called The Soul-Torn Woman. So.
Thank you, Brandy. That was deep. That was deep as well, Charlie. Okay. So our next artist is gonna be Jenna.
So,
Hey,
random piece because it's cold outside.
The fox went out on chilly night, prayed for the moon to give him light for many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No, town, no, town, no, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No. He ran till he came to the farmer's den. Ducks and geese were kept therein. Said, couple you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. No, town, no, town, no. A couple you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. No. He grabbed a grey goose by the neck, threw a duck across his back, and he didn't mind the quack quack and legs all tingling down. No, down, no, down, no. He didn't mind the quack quack and legs all tingling down. No. He ran till he came to his nice one then. There were little ones, 8, 9, 10, saying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, no, town, no, town, no. Daddy, Daddy, go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town, no. The fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife, and they never had such a supper in their life, and little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and little ones chewed on the bones.
That was unexplainable. that was explainable what I felt. I didn't know how to explain it. It was explainable. So next artist, performer / entrepreneur / Igwe of Niger / Mrs. Frank herself, Purple Mango.
Mrs. Frank. Oh. I didn't marry myself.
I thought you did. Okay, Jesse Frank. Let's give the ground, have a warm round of applause for Jesse Frank.
Okay. Alright, guys, so Abby requested me to read this a while back, and I was like, I can't do it. But it's called The Journey. As a young girl, I began my journey. I never had a place to call my own, so I stayed in a zone. Learned how to keep conversations shallow so my pains won't be shown. Never had a place to call my home. That's home is where everybody roam. From the unbiblical court of the world, Africa, now in America, holidays are far by the worst days, no families to celebrate it with. I wondered to myself, from days on end, my mind in a daze, all I've got is my dreams and pains. I keep them in my veins. They are not to be used in vain. Success is a measure of greatness, a great distance from end to end. It's a long road, but my pain is my friend. My pain is my teacher. I can never leave her. It is the guiding light to my future. When my heart says give up, my dreams and my pains whispers, give it one more try. Give it one more try. Without a home to roam, my pain is my everything. It's all I've ever had. The only thing that keeps me going, the only thing I must decode to clear the road, the only thing that keeps my mind, the only thing that keeps my mental from being broke and going broke, the only thing that keeps me sane. When others ask me to explain, I just say life's a journey. It's an interesting thing. And now I will hand the mic over to Abby. Abiola.
So Naomi, the microphone, I can see it here like everyone else, and it works. Okay. That's my dog. With the microphone. Don't stick it inside my mouth. All right. This is titled The Mirror. Mirrors tell an interesting tale. Instruments of distortion, instruments of truth. At times, they alter reality. As you look into a mirror, it flatters you. Knowing what you really are, it speaks to your shallow self. You're comely, it speaks. Sturdy, bandy legs, you have not. At times you wander past it, terrified at the image it betrays. Once I found myself amid several mirrors. Some magnified me several times beyond what I really was. Others dwarfed me. Others still, though my stature reflected laterally inverted images. My left arm became my right, while my right became my left. The mirrors came and went but one. I could not get away from this particular glass. Each time I peered into it, I looked different. With each consultation for reflection, I devolved from what I saw previously. This particular mirror was cracked on all sides and in every angle. With each passing day, a crack of it fell to the ground. Each day I saw a different man. On one side of it, I was whole. On the other side, inside the mirror, I was broken, cracked. My soul partitioned to a million pieces. My essence lost with each missing crack. Despite wholeness of my substance, I saw myself as I really was. To all, I was a safe man. But this mirror showed me where I really wanted to be. It represented a tinge of danger and darkness, and it reflected my errors and my faults. And though I stood tall and erect and handsome, I'm no different from the lost or wandering soul, destitute of such a knowledge of self to winnow through the warped universe. The glass did not lie to me, feed me to the vixens who would have my happiness carved by what car I drove, what home I owned, or what lucrative job I had. It lighted my eyes through sparks and lots of tickles. This mirror brought me before the reflection of myself. Thank you.
Who's next?
I've got the executive chair. This one is actually pretty funny. Reason why this poem is the reason why I actually decided to just keep writing. So, I lived in Ohio. I came back. Whoop, whoop. Came back to Utah. Went out to the club called Lumpy's downtown. And that day I had a 6-pack. I don't have it anymore. But I had my 6-pack out. And no, seriously, the two girls, this guy like yanked on my halter top that I was wearing, and it pretty much began a fight in the club. So me and the guy was squared up boxing in the club because he thought I was a hooker. And I was like, no, just because I have this halter top on, I'm not a hooker. But then he got thrown out the club. After the club was over, I go to my car and I get jumped by 4 black girls. So I went home and I wrote this poem. It's called Haters of Sophisticated Swag.
I know this one.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yes. Haters. Yeah, it is. This is the first one. This is a series of many. Haters of sophisticated swag. Hang up your rag and understand I do things your big head can't even imagine. You're on a multiple choice base while I'm on an essay based academia. Hence I'm on the application level and you're on the memorizing and repeating level. So my students, recognize I bestow knowledge. Just like my father, this brain is stacked with books. It's just not the looks. You see, the real world requires advanced interactions with its notions. Don't just research. Implement life's principles in a much deeper level and in much more detail. Such principles must not only be practiced but applied to all situations and circumstances. I mean, awareness, discernment, insight, perception, call it what you want. It's all a reality of this bona fide humanity. Here's a written discourse. Life's not prejudice and I'm not concerned. For the reason that I have acted respectfully contrary to command, subsequent to distilling the main ideas of theories, I've devastated the prejudice cycles of life. Leaders were assigned before the world was, so therefore it is my justifying of justice and mercy to emphasize and reinforce the fact that real knows real, and I'm on top of minds. My veracities are far superior to your dreams and or imaginings will ever be. Listen, there's no pressure to the financial measure. You give me motivation, you give me ambition, you are my inspiration and motivation. You empower me with a never-ending road. The sky, not doubt, is my limit. And I thank God for opening my eyes in addition to giving me the speed to achieve my purpose. Haters of sophisticated swag, you are an insolvent dreamer. Hang up your rag and distill the main ideas of life and draw near to my many excellence of life. Thank you. Yes, I did.
Can you give us some music? Can we have some old school music?
So stupid.
Can we have some pros too? Give us some Sherry Lee.
So what happened to your
Sherry Lee.
six pack?
My six pack, I didn't work out no more. You got it.
Sunday is saying something. Brotherhood.